Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Ben Davis. Welcome to Brutally Unique, the podcast of fine farts and arts with yours truly, Davis Ben. I hope you all had a good weekend. Mine was it's been strange. Well, remember last week when I explained my horrible hemorrhoids and, went to the doctor for that and stuff, and it was really fucking bad because after Thanksgiving Day, it was Friday, I had to go in and go to urgent care because it was so goddamn painful. Now I'm a manly man, and I was crying. That's how painful it was. It felt like I'd been fucked in the ass by a black stallion with a great big black dick. The aftermath, anywho. Well, turns out, I had a doctor's appointment. What was it? It was yesterday. No, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was totally yesterday. It was on a Wednesday. No, on a Tuesday, because it's Wednesday night now. Well, Thursday morning, technically. Tuesday, I had to go in for an emergency thing to the colonal doctor, the butthole doctor, whatever it's called. They do the colon and shit or whatever. I don't know. And didn't take too long. They took a look because I had two doctors at the same time looking at my asshole. And she would take your fingers and spread certain areas of the flesh, and she got to a certain area where it really fucking hurt. And just a quick look, they found out that I have an anal fissure. And it's painful as a motherfucker. I want to say it hurts 30% of the time out of every day. So every day, 30% of the day, it is excruciatingly painful. Really fucking bad. To the point where I can't do much of anything. When I was at work a couple of times, I'm a janitor, so I'm by myself. So I didn't have to tell anybody what was going on. When I had to stop work, just to take a break, lay on the floor on my right side just for the pain to go away. Because it hurts the least when you're kind of laying down on your side. When you're standing up, there's a lot of weight on that muscle. A lot of blood kind of comes through when you walk in and moving and mopping shit or whatever. Because I'm a janitor, I have to move around, get a lot of cleaning done. And it's fucking painful. So laying on your side helps alleviate that. Another thing too is just running the nice cool shower, kind of lukewarm shower water on your asshole. And it feels really fucking good. Really fucking good. But yeah, so I have something that you get from years of sitting on the toilet too long. Very explosive diarrhea because of the shitty foods I would eat half the time. My diet's like half of it's pretty healthy and the other half is really fucking, it's gross and disgusting. I eat a lot of fucking junk food and shit. One of my favorite snacks is like cheese and crackers. And not even real cheese, it's that canned cheese stuff, Not good. It binds your insides and can give you an anal fissure after many, many years of fucking consuming that shit. So I changed my diet cold turkey. Well, when I say cold turkey, I've just given up cheese for a while. I can't do it forever. I love cheese. It's one of my favorites. But I can't do fried chicken. It has to be grilled or baked or something. That's good for you. My mother made chicken for me today, and I had it with a lot of spinach for fiber. Anywho, I bet you're wondering, why are you looking at like artwork that's in the process and my nipples? And my nipple hair is like 3 inches long. Well, I've been procrastinating, and I need to get a lot of work done. So I thought I'm going to use this podcast to do that. Now, gonna be honest, I recorded a podcast last night, and I had it with the dookie head I explained from last episode. And I gotta tell you, there's parts of the podcast I didn't invite him on. I just kind of welcome, you can come on if you want. And he was kind of sitting quiet a lot of the time, kind of looking at his phone, not really engaged in the podcast, which you don't need. You don't want that. And I brought up some of the shit from last week or whatever that, had upset me and stuff. But of course, I was definitely in the wrong partially. But his attitude towards it, I still feel was rotten. I felt it was unnecessary, but I could be seeing it wrong. I don't know. He was acting sour during the podcast, and I didn't like that. So I deleted it because... And a lot of it wasn't even a lot of talking. It was kind of quiet, and it was boring as shit. So I hope this one will be better when it's just me. Go solo. I think I'm going to go solo from now on. Well, when I say from now on, these video diaries should just be me. There will be the portable podcast, which I'll have with a friend or two or whatever. But for most of the time, it's just going to be me in these video diaries with my shirtless body and my 3-inch long nipple hair. So... yeah, it was uncomfortable. There were some good, we talked about some good, interesting stuff, and it was really funny, and, you know, made some laughs. I said some things to make him laugh, too, but overall, I didn't like the podcast, and plus, he was a little sour tonight, because, well... I'm growing a bunch of plants down here, not even cannabis. It's like bramble, so it's like blackberry, raspberry, because I'm trying to support a lot of these bugs that I have that eat the leaves, and they need the leaves to survive, and I want to give them fresh leaves. They're not growing too fast. In order to make it grow fast, you need to have a lot of CO2 in the area. So I would go to the store, buy dry ice, hit it on the ground to, like, you know, break it up into pieces. And I would scatter the dry ice chunks throughout the garden beds, the pots, throughout the room, so they give a short burst of a lot of CO2. Well, a better thing we can do is that I don't know the portions, but I know this. You get a jug, you fill it up with, I don't know the portions, but like water, sugar, and yeast, and you shake it up good. And when the yeast, I guess, digests the sugar or whatever the fuck it is, eats it up, it creates CO2, which will go in the air, and it can last for like a week. Just spewing out CO2. You just gotta shake it once every day to get the chemicals and the elements to stir up, I guess, you know, so they can release more. Well, I asked him if he had all the ingredients. He said he did, but probably without fully paying attention to what I was saying. And we were gonna do that tonight, and I'm gonna go do the stuff. I'm like, well, and he says, oh, did you get the sugar? And I'm like, you never told me I had to get the sugar. And he said, no, I told you you would have to buy it if you want. I'm like, you never told me I had to buy it. I asked you if you had all the ingredients, and you said yes. And of course he denies it. That sucks. So not done tonight, and I get my paycheck later today, so I'll be able to get some sugar. But he was kind of... he didn't give me all the information that I had wanted, or that I had asked, or not exactly that. I asked him if he had the ingredients. He said yes. And then I went to go, hey, do you got the sugar? He's like, did you get the sugar? I'm like, no. And he's like, well, the money, you got to pay for it. And I'm like, you never told me I had to get it. And so he's kept explaining to me how to make it, and I'm like, how about this? You can explain to me how to make it when I get the sugar, because otherwise if you tell me this stuff, I'm just not going to absorb it, because we're not going to be able to do it tonight anyway. How about you tell me when I have the sugar? Well, he didn't like when I said that, you know, left the room, said goodnight with that fucking look on his face when he's pissed off. So, because of that, I'm like, alright, yeah, I'm deleting last night's podcast. I don't want to be part of it, and I don't want him on these goddamn video diaries anymore. He does shit like this, and this is why I don't want my brother involved in my... I shouldn't get him involved. That's all. Shouldn't get him involved. I'm sick of his attitude. It sucks. Even though he says a lot of time, it's never good to be angry. It's never... Why do you get angry quite often? And for the littlest stuff. And again, I'm saying all this shit. There was some point I'm sure I was in the wrong. That's why I always try to look at it from both perspectives. I try to be objective as fuck. There could have been something I could have said better. Could have been something I could have handled better. I don't know. But still, I didn't like the fact he did that, so I deleted last night's podcast because fuck him. And I'm probably in the wrong right now just by being angry at the guy, because that is toxic behavior. It's not good. It's not going to be good for the long run, but I'm just sick of the goddamn attitude. I'm really sick of it. It's not enjoyable. And I was trying to talk about deep stuff on the last night's podcast, and he kind of shut down at some point. And he's like, just didn't want to talk about it. Didn't want to talk about anything. He was just, and a lot of times it felt like he was just waiting for me to get done with the podcast. And that's never good for a podcast. I should have just paused it, had him leave, and then I'd continue on with myself. With me and my nipples. But yeah, so I just gotta fucking not let it bother me and continue on with my work. Because I'm producing everything. When I say producing, I'm fucking barely... Yeah, I bought a webcam. I bought a $100 microphone. Some other geared fucking tech, too. I don't know exactly how to use. I'm really shitty when it comes to this podcast and stuff. Yeah, but it kind of feels good to just get it out. And even if I did something horrible, even if I did something wrong, I'm in the wrong, I said something I shouldn't have said or whatever, it is good to talk about it and get it out. Because I think it's good to be honest about things, you know? I am such a fuck up. So, yeah. So I want to talk about some of the things I talked about last night's pod that I deleted, just so I can get out on here. And I thought this was interesting because I talk about myself as a retard a lot because I feel like I'm retarded a lot of the time. I'm retarded. I'm a retard. This and that or whatever. Because I'm a bit mentally handicapped in a way. When I say that, like I am special. I am special. If you've listened to every single goddamn podcast, you realize, oh yeah, this guy is for sure special in some way. Definitely autistic, but on the low end of the spectrum, I guess you could say. Anywho, I wanted to know the definition of the word retard, and I wasn't disappointed. Delay or hold back in terms of progress, development, or accomplishment. That's it. That's me. That is me. I am definitely delayed and held back in terms of my progress, development, and accomplishment. And that's my fault. That is my fault. And also has to do with my mental capacity as well. And maybe it has to do with, maybe I shouldn't have tried marijuana at 14. But another thing I always say, kids, probably wait till you get to your goddamn 20s if you're going to try cannabis. I tried it first when I was 14, and then I kept and continued and didn't stop at 16. Kept going, still been doing it. Now, as a 27-year-old, I now realize, man, I wish I wouldn't have done that. I wish my brother hadn't influenced me on to do that. That's kind of weird when a 21-year-old gets a 14-year-old high. That is fucking strange, and it should never happen. Shouldn't be done, because your cerebral cortex in a human being is not developing until the age of 25. So, wait till your 20s at least. Mid-20s better. There's a chance if you take marijuana as a teenager or as a kid, it's the roll of the dice. There's a roll of the dice. Oh, looks like I'm jerking it. Okay, so it's the roll of the dice if you're gonna have psychiatric issues afterwards. It's a roll of the dice if you're gonna go into a you can really fuck up your brain. And the thing is, marijuana is good. It is good for you. I believe it is. It's just not good for the developmental stages of a kid and teenager. Not good. Wait till you're an adult. Wait till you realize how much shit is going on in the world, and then you take something that can make you extra paranoid. I'm glad marijuana doesn't make me paranoid. But yeah. So, bet you're wondering what you're looking at. These are a bunch of trees. Well, the tops are trees. I gotta take these little tiny logs I made out of clay and attach them to the tops of these trees. It's very tedious and it takes a long fucking time. And there's like a few hundred here. So I did start with the orange first, which are like the orange, red, and autumn are like the orange, red, and yellow are like autumn colored trees when the leaves changes colors during the fall. These blue ones right here is like supposed to be like a eucalyptus, for that blue kind of eucalyptus. The pink is the apple blossom. The purple is for any fucking trees that are purple. And the green are any other fucking green tree, I guess, in spring or summer, when they're nice and the leaves are still alive. Pretty. So I got all different kinds that I'm going to make for tiny sceneries. I plan to do a lot of islands, and I'm going to make them in these new silicone molds I haven't used yet. They're really cool. You can use both sides. You can use this side to make a cool hexagonal shaped paperweight, or you can flip it over, fill this up, and it has a lid, and basically you can make a cool hexagonal shaped container, like a box, like a jewelry box. That'd be awesome. So I'm going to fill up this end, make an island. Well, fill up a little bit of epoxy. Actually, I'm going to have the island pre-made on the foil. Get it made, get it done, bake it. It'll be kind of hard, but still, you know, very fragile. And then I'm going to place it in here, put water around it. Well, I'm going to put the water in first because it's an island. And then I'm going to put it in there and then fill it the rest of the way up with epoxy. Maybe stop part way, some part, whatever. Either towards the end or towards the beginning. Put some clouds in there. Some flying birds or something like that. Maybe a beached ship. Like a Viking ship. And it looks like it's been there for quite a few hundred years or so. I don't know, some cool shit like that. That'd be awesome. I got other shapes too. It will look pretty fucking cool. But yeah, that's what I'm working on. Lots of other things too. Yeah, so it's gonna be simple pod. Just me getting some work done. Very simple. Got my camera set up. My little Canon camera. $500 camera. Very nice. I essentially have all the equipment to, if I want to make a movie, I can just make a movie right now. But as I said before, I'm retarded, so it's gonna get done, but it's gonna be a long time. It will be eventually, I guess. I'm a one-man crew, you know. I do all the shit by myself. It's not well produced. I know my videos suck, but hey, you know, you got to start somewhere. You got to do something. This will be like my 21st episode. Would be 22nd, but I deleted last night's pod because I did not fucking like it. Sorry, Dixie, you won't be ever seeing that pod. Sick of the brothers' weird-ass behavior. I need to stop talking about that shit. It's toxic for me to talk about it. It's toxic for me to stay on it. It's bad on my part, and it's like kind of getting angry over nothing. You just kind of leave it alone, ignore him, and then eventually, you know, he won't be anybody toxic just won't be part of your lives anymore. You just gotta, you know, cut them out for good. I'm already feeling a little awkward talking about it now. Fuck, I might delete this podcast too. Who fucking knows? I might stop him, not ever make a podcast again because I don't know. This anal fissure has me depressed, man. It's just being in pain all the time takes a lot of energy out of you, and you just kind of feel like shit, you know? Yeah. It is what it is. It is what it fucking is. Well, I've been blabbling for about 18 minutes, so I'm gonna get some work done and take a dab. That'd be good. Take a goddamn dab. Take a little dabby poo. Take a little dabby wabby. Hold on, I want to get my tune started again. So, let me tell you, having an anal fissure really sucks. It's fucking horrible. Just fucking horrible. It's really painful. My phone's not working with me for some goddamn reason. Okay, now it is. This A11 sucks, by the way. It glitches out. It does weird shit with the typing pad and stuff. If you ever want to get A11, I highly suggest against it. It's a pretty shitty phone. It is better than the S5, I will say that. But I think it's pretty fucking weird that here we are in 2020, the iPhone, you can send video that looks crystal clear and perfect to another person. But any Android phone, you send that picture, it looks like it was recorded off of a cell phone from the early 2000s. Yeah, before they got smart. Why does it still look shitty? What the fuck, Android? So, I'm off Facebook for good. Facebook sucks. I was sick of the toxic bullshit. It was so toxic, it's making me a toxic person. The only kind of toxic person I want is the Toxic Avenger, which is, I heard, going to be played by Peter Dinklage, which is an interesting choice. Are they going to do what they did in fucking the Captain America remake, the 2011 one? I call it a remake because there's the one in 1990. Ugh. And I think one before that too. I don't remember. But anywho, so in that Captain America, what the fuck was his name? God damn it. Chris Evans' character. I just know Captain America. I forgot his actual name. I'm an idiot. He started off small in the movie, just this little scrawny guy, and then they gave him the serum and put this in this machine that like radiated or fucking something. I don't know. And then he became tall and got his muscles and shit like that. Are they gonna do that similar to like Peter Dinklage, where he's this very short janitor that works at some place that has like a nuclear facility that has a bunch of toxic waste, and then he falls in a vat of toxic, and now he's taller and bigger, and they're gonna CGI his face onto the fucking tall toxic Avenger body. That's what I'm assuming they're gonna do it. What the fuck, YouTube? Well, that was fucking strange. I was playing a video with Beats, you know, those music videos, you know, the lovely anime girl sitting doing some side, studying something or writing shit in a book and looking at her cat that's looking out the window, looking out the skyline. It just randomly started playing a TikTok video. You know, when they have those row of TikToks on fucking YouTube, they can scroll through and like, oh, let's watch a TikTok on YouTube. It just started playing those weird videos. Strange. I wasn't even touching the phone. Just did it. That's why I don't like the A11. Might not be the A11's fault. Might be fucking YouTube. Which is very upset you're putting me in the back of the algorithm, YouTube. Shame on you. Shame, shame, shame. You know, I'm a new content creator. You don't know who's so important may love my stuff, and they may want to give me millions of dollars to, you know, make them. They might want to produce a movie from my idea. That'd be awesome. Kind of like how the Wachowski sisters made. That's pretty much what happened with The Matrix, right? Like this insanely rich producer just liked their idea of The Matrix, and he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna give these guys money, these girls money. I have to say girls now. I don't want to detonate, but anywho, shouldn't matter. And he's like, yeah, they could probably make this movie. I'm not jerking off, I have jock itch. And then they made one of the best movies ever made, The Matrix. It's still cool as fuck to this day. It holds up great, dude. Yeah, it's a 90s movie, but goddamn, it's one of the best 90s movie ever made. It's probably the best one that came out of the 90s. That and Darkman. and Arachnophobia. And Jumanji. And Anaconda. I'm sorry, I know Anaconda's a goofy fucking movie, but I still enjoy that movie. It's still the best giant snake movie ever made. Anaconda, 1997, with Ice Cube and Jennifer Lopez. Which, by the way, Jennifer Lopez, holy fuck, to this day, she still looks great, and I'd love to have her sit on my face. Anywho, take a dabby poo. Yeah, heating up the rig, heating up the nail. You gotta do it with the torch and give the nail right there in the silicone rig and get it kind of hot, and then you're gonna put your dabs in it and then vaporize it. And it's like a form of vaporization, but more extreme, on the extreme end. So I saw a really nice podcast with Tim Pool and Jeremy from the Quartering. Pretty good. If you haven't heard of Jeremy from the Quartering, please find him, like and subscribe his video. Subscribe and like his videos. They're great. Oh, god damn it. Alright. Let's get these logs onto these fucking trees. Or trunks. That is. Oh gosh. Ugh. My goal is to at least finish, because it takes such a long time to at least finish this orange pile and start on the blue or the red. Get my camera on, because I record this with my Canon. Very nice. Oh, I moved it. Alright. What the hell? Sorry, I'm positioning this bitch. Okay, here we go. Alright. Recording. And now it is. Sweet. So, I have to grab these little micro needle tweezers that kind of have a bend to them. That's a curve. That's cool. Grab the last smallest log, because the rest of them trunk. The rest of them are quite long. And just stick it into, find one and stick it in there. Just stick it right in. And then put it in the pile. And that's it. Now I'm going to dump some. Fuck, I'll dump all of them. Should go through this whole pile tonight, honestly. I've been procrastinating for so many fucking weeks. It's ridiculous. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be a good content creator, and that's hard to do when you're fucking slacking, jacking off all the time. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm trying not to do that. I know I'm a little bitch at times. It takes a lot of training. It takes a long fucking time to get down, but eventually you get it down, and then you become a workaholic. And then you create good content on YouTube. And then you get lots of followers. And some of those followers hit you up. They DM you. And then you talk. You have a good conversation. And it goes pretty... you talk to a lovely lady or guy, doesn't matter. And they're a waitress at Applebee's. And they're doing what they can to meet ends meet. You know what I mean? And they I like your videos. It's funny. Your farts are funny. Your diarrhea videos are hilarious. They're really cute. They turn me on. And then they, you know, you have a wonderful conversation. Well, texting conversation. And it keeps going. It keeps going. And then they want to know, like, hey, can we meet up sometime? I booked us a hotel room. Okay, cool. And then you meet at that hotel room. And then you start taking clothes off, and then you just play chess all night. You took your clothes off because it's hot in the room and you were sweating, so you wanted to be comfortable. But you didn't fuck or nothing. Just play chess. Naked chess. You know, you don't even get a boner at all. It's just a camaraderie thing. It's just you're not trying to get it on with somebody. And as you play chess, you talk about fucking what you guys are gonna do for your own future, you know. And the conversation gets pretty heated, because you're in a heated room, you know, and it's hot in there, so of course it's gonna be heated. Not, you know, talk about touchy subjects or anything. It's just a warm room. And then you guys go to bed naked in the same queen size bed, and you're spooning, but she's spooning you, so it's fine. So you don't have to worry about waking up with morning wood and you accidentally insert her in the middle of the night. You know, that doesn't happen. But, by the way, this story would never fucking happen in real life, and you know it. So, and you have wonderful dreams. You have shared dreams. And you're dreaming how you're both skiing in Aspen. And you hit the big slope, and you both fly in the air, and you start clasping hands while you're in the air. Not that you're love or anything, you're just a good, you know, team of friends. And then you just, you know, go down the fucking summit into a snowbank, and then you pop your heads out of the bank and you laugh and you laugh. Okay. I'm trying to improvise the best I can. So, I have an anal fissure, and it sucks. It's really bad. You know, Kevin Smith talked about how he had one, and it was fucking painful. And everything he described, I'm going through right now. Luckily, I don't need surgery. It will be able to heal on its own, but in the meantime, I'm going to be in a lot of pain for however time of the day every day. Luckily, it's not all day. Like, I'm actually in very, very little pain right now. I actually don't feel it until I think about it. Then I kind of do. But as I'm talking to you guys, the pain just kind of goes away. I think it's like a psychological thing, I'm sure. So, yeah, it's not too bad right now. Oh, fuck. You know, when I cough, my asshole clenches, and that hurts. That's no good. And sometimes when you piss, it hurts. Sometimes it's difficult to urinate. I basically, a lot of the times, or half of the time, cannot piss until it's an absolutely full bladder. Like an emergency bladder. And, oh, fuck. If I just feel like, oh, I gotta piss, it won't come out. But it'll come out when it's like, oh my god, I gotta piss. Then it comes out. But still, I don't like the feeling of piss in my bladder. So I kind of want it to come out when I want it to come out. You know what I mean? I don't like that burning sensation that you get when you got a full bladder. Full, a little bit of piss. So I've been procrastinating like a motherfucker on my physical art. I've been working on my writing and making very unique TikTok videos, which you should check out. TikTok's pretty stupid, but at least it's not toxic like Facebook or Twitter or fucking YouTube. And YouTube, it's not too toxic, but there's some shit about it that pisses me off. No, I'm talking about that toxic from so-called friends. That toxic behavior. That fucking weird attitude. Don't be toxic like that. Be like the Toxic Avenger. I know, I'm getting nowhere with this. So I can't even put a bug on today's podcast because the microphone is completely out of view of the camera. And that's where I had the bugs chill, right on the fucking mic. They like it. They chill. They have a good time. You know, fuck. I've been playing We Happy Few. Fun fucking video game. It's like the 4th installment of BioShock. If you ever played the BioShock series, it's one of the best game series ever. BioShock 1's great. It's great, man. BioShock 2 is fantastic. It's a lot of fun. And then BioShock Infinite, which is the 3rd game where it's a completely different dimension, therefore a different city. That one's fucking amazing. And then We Happy Few, which is, it's a spin-off of Bio. It takes place in the same world, but a totally different kind of game. But there's a lot of similarities too. Like, it's a new kind of city. It's called Wellington Wells. Have you taken your joy? Where in Rapture you would take these plasmids in your arm like heroin and it would fucking give you crazy magical powers they can use to your aid. And then in Columbia, the city in the sky, you had to take a fucking, like an alcohol fucking, it's like a bottle of alcohol called Virgo, but it's not alcohol. You drink it and it gives you crazy magical powers. And then in Wellington Wells, it's a pill called Joy. And I don't know if there's any different kinds of pills. I think it's just the one pill, Joy. But you take that shit, there are no powers, man. It just makes you see happy things. And it blinds you from the real world and shit, and you're easy to be controlled. So there's this crazy government So, and this city's not in the sky, it's not on the under the sea, it's in somewhere on the outskirts of London, but it's like a place that the rest of London doesn't really know about, you know, it's like a secret city. Yeah, dude. Cool shit. So, I have an anal fissure. It sucks. I have to put a suppository in my anus 2 times a day. I have to what I do is I squat. My asshole's clean at this point, but it's dry too. So I wet it a little bit with water, get some water in there, and the fucking suppository literally is like it's like lotion, partially dried lotion, so it's not a liquid or a cream, and it's in the shape of a fucking bullet. You know, so it goes up the ass easy, like a thin bullet. And, man, that thing just slides right in. There's a point where your asshole's is rejecting it. It's trying to push it out, so you gotta keep pushing your finger. And eventually there's gonna be a point where your asshole just accepts it. It just takes it right in, and you feel it go right in, and you go, whoop! You feel that muscle go, oh, jeez, there it goes! Like, it's a definitive feeling. You know what I'm talking about, for some of you. Yeah, I gotta do that shit twice a day. I got this cream I gotta put on twice a day. And, it's pretty good strong cream. Kinda cools it a bit. It's nice. Trouble is, when I put this on, like, through a lot of the day, it feels like I didn't wipe my ass. So it feels like I'm walking around with shit between my cheeks for a lot of the day. But it's just the cream. It's fine. There's no shit there. I know, I wiped good. Why does YouTube put me in the back of the algorithm, I wonder? Aren't I an entertaining guy? I do the best I can. I'm just gonna be talking, fucking my eyes out. This fucking pod. I thought about talking about the stories on yesterday's pod that I deleted, but I'll talk about that sometime in the future. There's some pretty good ones, but I kind of don't want to even think about that at the moment. Let's put this fucker right here. Ooh, come on. Get right in there. Oh, yeah. Oh, just slide it right in. Come on, come on. Yeah. That's how you make a little treat. Alright. Gotta keep going, you know? Bunch of trees to be made. Bunch of little sceneries to be made. You know, also doing this because I haven't done epoxy in quite a long time. And I need to get into the fucking making more epoxy. I forgot what I was about to say. Well, there's 3 combs I'm gonna make for relatives. I'm making a really cool epoxy comb for my grandma. It's gonna be awesome, and it's gonna resemble like the red hats and shit, so that'll be sweet. I'm making a cool comb for my nephew Braden. He's gonna get a cool comb, like a blue one with his name in it. It'll look pretty cool. He'll like it. And I'm gonna make a comb for my cousin Alec. And that one's gonna be bright orange like these trees, even brighter. And that's it. Just say Alec on it. Yeah, man. Making trees. I should be going fast at this. I mean, I am. At a comfortable pace. You know? Having an anal fissure sucks, man. I have to lay on my side for the pain to go away when it's absolutely excruciating. And that helps a lot. But it doesn't take long to where I'm sitting up and doing stuff where the pain is back again, and it's fucking shitty. It's shitty, let me tell you. Fuck. I don't think that one's gonna work. Let's try this end. Crazy. Ooh, it worked. Ah! Yeah, anal fissures, man. Man, if you ever know anything about anal fissures, just put it in the comment section. I don't know why I'm saying that. Nobody's gonna fucking comment on this shit. I got 9 fucking subscribers. 10 subscribers. That's it. I started in September. Nobody's watching this shit. So I'm not gonna stop. I got 10 people that are watching at least. At least I think. I need to make more very cute videos. It's a very cute thing. Adorable thing. So if you're new to this pod, in case you haven't can tell, I'm mentally ill. But that's okay. Because at least I didn't freak the fuck out and kill those 2 people like OJ. There's a lot of things that are not okay with me. But it's alright. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. 41 minutes. Not too bad. Talking into the mic. With the webcam. Looking at my nipples. And of course my beautiful art in the process being made. It's not all bad, you know? Sure, I live in Michigan. Sure, we were kind of poor. I'm poor, okay? I'm just gonna say that right now. Not like in poverty, I guess. But I'm poor. You know, we live paycheck to paycheck every week. I do. Get a little bit of spending money, but I use it for usually things I need, like, you know, food, and you know, getting stuff for my pets, because I got 2 bearded dragons. I got insects, gotta feed those. That's pretty much it, man. Oh yeah, I got some fish, but my brother mainly takes care of him. Yep. Fuck, that hurts sometimes when you cough and your asshole clenches because of a fucking anal fissure. It's a bitch, let me tell you. Camera off. Put the camera to a different position. You're not always recording the same position, you know what I mean? So that way the video looks more fucking not boring and stale. You're looking at it from the same way. For some people it really doesn't matter at all. A lot of people really, they don't give a fuck. But I don't know, I just do it for, I don't know, the effect of it. I don't fucking know. Am I even making sense to you right now? Probably not. You just chimed in right now to this podcast and you just clicked, you saw the thumbnail, which wasn't really fascinating, and you clicked on it halfway through, and you're at this point right now and you're like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? What the shit am I listening to? I thought this was an art fucking demo video or something. I don't know. I just do stupid things. I'm not that smart. I'm fascinating. No, I mean, like, you know, I'm gonna cut this fucking thing in half. It's too thick. Crazy. That's better. I don't have much anything of interesting to say. I'm just kind of a blabbling, retarded, and mentally ill man. And I'm just kind of talking about my artwork and stuff. I'm not really the best with improvising. I'm no Tim Dillon. He's smart as fuck. Dude, I saw a great podcast with Tim Dillon and Candace Owens, and it was great. Candace Owens, she's hot as fuck, and I think she's pretty intelligent. I'd love her to sit on my face too. And I bet her ass would smell smart. Yeah. I make a lot of mistakes in life. I fucked up so many times. I've done fucked up shit. At least not enough to land me in jail. That's cool, but still fucked up altogether. Oh man. As a kid, I would jerk off into those weird squishy things you get at Chuck E. Cheese. You know, it had like ocean shit in it, like a dolphin, starfish, a seahorse, and it would like, you'd squish it. It was like a squishy thing, but it was basically a beginner's fleshlight. Yeah, I did it, and let me tell you, it felt good, because at that age you've never tried a real fleshlight before. You know, one of the expensive ones. One time I got a fleshlight. It was great. It didn't last too long though, because I kept using baby oil as lube, and I didn't know that baby oil, after many uses, can just chew through silicone like acid. I wasn't aware of that. So I'm wondering, as I'm jerking off and then I jizz, and then jizz shoots out from the side of the pocket pussy, because it was just a sleeve of silicone. It really surprised me, because I'm like, oh, there's a hole there? What? And then one time I was jerking and then I hit the wrong angle, and then it came out the side hole and made the hole impression even bigger. And I'm like, oh, this is bad. And so I had to fill the thing in a sock and then the jerk off that way, so the sock would catch the jizz. And isn't this an interesting conversation? It's pretty fascinating. I hope you're enjoying this talk. When am I gonna get demonetized off YouTube? I don't know. I'm already fucking demonetized. Somebody's already looking at this shit right now. This is funny as fuck. They're gonna take down. They're gonna tell me we took down your video because of heinous shit that you said. And this is a warning, because kids watch this platform, even though I fucking check the box every time that says, you know, is this made for kids or not? It's not made for kids. Jesus. Let's make that fucking clear. I ain't edgy. I'm beyond the edge. Beyond the fucking edge. I'm over the edge, drowning in the water, trying to make a flotation device out of my denim, and then I'm floating to the island of success. That's how I do it, man. That's how it's done. I've made some excellent TikTok videos the week, gained more followers. I got more than double the followers than I do on YouTube. And I've not been on that long. People really enjoy my very cute videos. I get lots of likes or emojis of faces that have concerning looks. There was a guy who left a emoji of just that. Of this horrified face, and I said, well, you look concerned, and he's like, well, I'm really surprised what my algorithm is feeding me. Is suggesting that I would like the FP or whatever the fuck it's called, the thing that you know, suggests you might like this video. And one of my very cute videos, I forgot which one it was, but it was the sound of me. Horrible defecation in the toilet in the background, for sure. He's like, why did this suggest this to me? Thinks I like diarrhea? I guess I do. This is funny, because he liked it. Yeah, man, it's some funny shit. It's funny shit. Let me tell you. Man, making trees is tedious, isn't it? Very tedious. Takes a lot of energy out of you just for doing small, meticulous work. And now I know how them watchmakers feel. But they do it as a passion, so it really shouldn't be that bad. I don't know why I'm looking at it like it's work. I guess I'm just I'm in the wrong mindset lately, and I have been not eating too well. Now I am now, but I haven't been fucking doing things too well, man. I need to be on a schedule. That'll probably help me out greatly. Yeah, man. It's been rough, man. My asshole's in agony. Hasn't been the best feeling, I'll tell you. It's been a weird fucking feeling. Feels like your asshole's blown out. You feel like you've been goatsied. It's just not a good time, you know? It's like I want to eat ass. I want to eat. It's like I want to eat ice cream, and when I take a scoop of that ice cream and just put it on my asshole, that would feel good. It's because it's good to cool it down. Damn, it sucks. Does not hurt too bad right now. It hurts, but it's not how it's like the excruciating part. Right now it's very, like, I can sleep like this, I'll be fine. But sometimes I cannot fucking get to sleep. It's hurting so much. So I gotta, like, do something else. Or something. But lately it's been feeling much, much better if I just lay on my right side. And then the pain just helps go away. Very much so. Like, here, let me finish this last orange tree right here, and I'm going to explain to you about where the anal fissure is and what's kind of going on. I'm finding the right trunk here. Yeah, that's a good one. Da, 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 inhale. Insert. Penetrate. There we go. Okay. Alright, so here's your asshole, right? Now imagine right here in this area, and past here is the taint, and then the balls would be right here. This is my issue. So, and then back here to this area is like to the back of the asshole, to your back, you know, to your tailbone or whatever. So the anal fissure is like, and this is the opening of the asshole, right? The anal fissure is like right here. It's right fucking here, just right out the asshole. And the thing is, even before I knew I had a fissure and I was putting preparation H on it, I would take the cream and rub on it, and I felt there was like a divot, a new ditch, and I'm like, what, do I have two assholes now? Because it went fucking deep. Well, that's where the tear is. It's right here. And it's so fucking painful. So it's just got to fucking heal, which is going to take a while. I got to keep taking my suppositories and keep putting the cream on. I'm going to check back in with the colon doctor in 4 to 6 weeks to see how everything's going. But it does suck, and it did, especially today. Today was the worst for it at work. It hindered some. I had to stop working and just laying down on my side for a good 5-6 minutes, and that would help a lot. It would go away. But oh yeah, I've already explained that. It's just horrible, man. It's a bitch. I'm glad I got these done. We're going in 54 minutes. Well, I'm glad I got them done. I can do more tomorrow. I'm sorry, I'm tired. 54 minutes isn't bad. I'm not jerking off. I'm scratching my nuts. Okay. Well, fuck. I'll put this right here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for allowing me a little bit of your time this evening. I'm far more stranger than anyone could ever describe. If you want to see the madness continue, there wasn't much madness here tonight. Please like and subscribe. Good night, you fuckers.